Alright, what is up, beautiful people? And today we got the Genshin video that has been hinted at and mentioned a few times previously. It's finally here. I finally was able to beat this Abyss. I snuck this one kind of in right before the next Abyss is going to reset. Let's see, as of recording this video, it's April 29th. And the Abyss will reset on May 1st, and I'm pretty sure it will be new bosses. But I wanted to give this Abyss a try with my Mono GEO Arataki ITTO team. And we've done it, guys. The reason for the long wait was simply because it took me that long to build ITTO and Chiori and Goro. I didn't have any of them built. I just got both Chiori and ITTO on their new rerun banner. Well, Chiori's first banner, ITTO's rerun banner. And all things considered, I think I was very blessed by the short amount of time it actually took me to get a perfect artifact set for ITTO. I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but I think for not having the red stone thrasher or whatever his signature weapon is, I think his build is pretty good. And because I was already farming the Golden Troop domain, which I'm pretty sure is like one of Chiori's best sets. Since I was already farming that for Hutao, just to give Hutao like another fun set, the Maricho Sensei Hunter or whatever the other set in that domain is, I was farming that just to give Hutao like another fun set to use, and I just got a lot of good Golden Troop pieces like from that. So here you can see we got the Mono GEO team. Chiori's looking decent. Her and Goro are not fully built yet, their talents are not maxed out, but I do have ITTO at 999, and on the first half we were going Hutao with 3 Hydro units, all buffing her, just how I like to run Hutao. While on the ITTO team, we have Zhongli and Goro buffing ITTO while Chiori does off-field damage. I'm running a 4-piece Noblesse on Goro, and I gave him an Electro Goblet, just because that's what I needed to get the complete 4-piece. I don't have the defensive Goblet yet for him, or not Goblet, Sands. I don't have a defensive Sands on set yet, so I just used an Electro Damage bonus Goblet. It's whatever though, because I'm pretty much just buffing with Goro. I don't really care about his damage too much, and I am running Sacrificial Bow on him. I think that's what it's called. It only gives you extra energy particles and stuff, just so I can kind of battery ITTO and kind of Chiori. I feel like Chiori's ult isn't that big of a deal, but you know, it's some extra damage, and I have heard a lot of negative things about GEO in the current like state of Genshin Impact. But I don't know if it's just because the Hutao team just kind of does a lot of damage, or I just have really good sets, which I don't know if that's necessarily the case with the GEO team. But I think it did pretty well. There's always a chance that Hoyoverse catered this Abyss around their item shop, or their event banners, and made it so that like the GEO teams can thrive on this one Abyss. I don't know. That's entirely possible. It's a pretty good money move, but I did not have that much trouble once I finally had the teams built. And I'm so excited that I got to squeeze out this attempt before the bosses reset, because for the next one, I have something even cooler planned. We're gonna go Mono GEO, and then there's a surprise, you know. Of course, that'll always depend on what the opponents in the Abyss are in the next rotation. That could like hugely throw a wrench in my plan. If they are like creatures that are immune to the team comps that I'm building, we'll see. But honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm so glad I got this this team set up. I've been wanting ITTO for a long time, since he came out actually, and I believe it was November of 2021. Yeah, November 2021 was when his banner originally came out, and I started playing Genshin my senior year, which was in the spring of 2021, or now basically the winter of 2021, like one of the first games I started playing in the new year. And then over that summer, I kind of stopped playing Genshin consistently, and I came back in the fall. And that was when ITTO had his like first event banner ever, and I think Albedo, that's the Cinnabar Spindle one, or whatever his little sword is. Albedo's like really good defensive stat sword that I didn't get because I like went so long without playing Genshin. I came back and had all of these wishes waiting for me, so I just like spent them on ITTO. I got Mona and a bunch of Goros and ended up not getting ITTO, and I was upset. And then I came to my attention that ITTO's playstyle wasn't really good. Like my friend's like, oh, you wouldn't really like his playstyle anyway. You pretty much have to run all GEOs. You wouldn't have enough characters to make that team work out. And it was true, because I didn't have Zhongli at the time. I had Goro, but that was it. I didn't have Albedo. Still don't have Albedo. I think the only GEO unit I had was like Ningguang, and then of course I had Noelle too. But yeah. Then there was a rerun banner, or no, it was one of those events where you can like create your own team comps using like featured like limited characters they give you, like all those like event boss challenge things. And there was one where they let you construct a GEO team, so I was able to make one with ITTO, Goro, Albedo, and then my Zhongli. And I was like, actually, this is really fun. Damn, I mean, like, if this is still a good team, this would be a lot of fun to run. And then I watched some videos, because I knew this rerun banner was happening, and they were like, oh, this is why GEO is so bad now, why ITTO has fallen off. Just like you see the videos, like, why Eula is not a good Genshin character anymore, why Eula fell off. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, like, present myself with the challenge of trying to make a good GEO team that can thrive in the current state of the Abyss and of Genshin Impact. So that's what this is. We are giving Raiden and the Raiden Hyper Carry team a seat on the bench, and we are going to try to just F stuff up with our GEO team. With Arataki Itto, the jacked man himself. And I will say that, like, running the Hutao thing is just like a waiting game, this Hutao team that I'm playing, because it has no shield and very little healing. So, like, in an Abyss that does so much damage to you, you can easily get one shot, easily take a lot of damage and get killed. But the thing is, from the Noblest buff on Jinkyu, the Lava Walker buff on Yelan, and the Instructor buff I'm running on Mona, and Mona's Burst buff, and the Thrilling Tales buff, and Jinkyu, and Yelan's off-field damage, and Hutao's C6 buff and stuff, and everything that comes with Hutao being C6, and a pretty decent artifact set for Hutao. Eventually, you're going to do so much damage that you'll be able to clear all 3 floors. Like, the sheer amount... Look at me getting battered around. But the sheer amount of damage that Hutao is doing is going to compensate for the lack of shielding and the lack of healing you have. And there's not a lot of teams you can say that about in Genshin Impact, because you're going to want to take care of your characters. But it's just so much damage Hutao can do now that I don't feel the need to even run a shield, because, you know, I have a shot at one-shotting, like, metaphorically one-shotting these bosses, just like killing them in very quick time. So here's the Hutao team. Nothing too new about this. I've ran it pretty much every Spiral Abyss featured on this channel. I think I haven't made any changes to Jinkyu or Yelan's artifact sets. Everything's working out pretty great for the 2 of them. Mona, like I said, I'm running Instructor and Thrilling Tales on. I love Mona. I hope to get Mona C6 one day. I love the idea of characters that just make other characters stronger. Not like every character is their own like DPS or off-field thing. I think it's a lot of fun doing a kind of hyper carry style of a team comp, where just one character is getting like buffed and made super strong by everybody else. But yeah, here's the ITTO team. We got R3 Serpent Spine. We got a pretty good Husk set. I think we're rocking like a 80 to 190 crit ratio. Oh, 90 to 180 crit ratio. That's pretty decent. That's like the doctor recommended 1 to 2 ratio. We got the Harbinger on Chiori, which I think is a pretty good weapon. I saw like it in a Ziox video that it was pretty good, so I just ran it. 70-20, 70 to 230 ratio, and we got her talents at like 185, I think. Since her and Goro use the same talent books, it's kind of taking a long time for me to get their bursts to where they need to be. Well, I say need. You don't need to get either of their bursts too high, but I just want to maximize all the damage this GEO team's doing. And then we got the standard Favonius, Zhongli, with pretty much just shielding. Shielding and buffing with tenacity. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this gave you hope to run some sick GEO teams in the future. And I know that Arlecchino is out by now, so if you're pulling for her, or if you're pulling for whoever's the other one, Liney, or whatever his name is, I hope you guys get your wishes, and God bless you. Have a great day.